Hey folks, Papa Boris here playing some more Into the Breach. We're gonna again try Blitzkrieg with Mantis in the hook mech and see what we can do. I think I misclicked. It was gonna be a 2-island attempt last time, but I misclicked. Ended up doing a 3rd island, then tried a 4th island, and then it was just a disaster from there. Let's take a look at our options. So the blob boss is... Oh, I did not mean to do... God, Jesus Christ. I did not mean to click on that. Well, we're doing Blob Boss. I don't even know what the Scion was. Well, we have to go here at some point, and that's pretty good because it fills up our starting missing HP. And, oh my god, it is Armor Scion. Definitely not what I would have liked to pick. Oopsies. Well, let's put you near this thing so you can kill it with lightning. Although, I mean, the Mantis can also kill it with lightning. I don't know if it actually matters who I put where. Okay, so we need less than mech damage and power generator. And killing the Scion's a top priority. I obviously was not going to pick this place. Yikes, you guys are just not quite in the correct spots here. Oof, that's going to be a tough one. Okay, well, let's see. So, if I shoot this Firefly here, it'll body block the Alpha, but it goes first. So that doesn't work. I actually could body block the Alpha with my hook and push this Firefly into the water. And then I can shoot this Firefly to babysit the Scorpion? It's kind of weird. I actually can't... With my 3 movement, I actually cannot... Oh, here we go. Nope, no, I can't get to the Scion with my lightning mech. The whole point was to go and kill them. Okay, so if I lightning this guy, it'll catch fire and die slowly. Can I afford to do that? Well, here, if I shoot a boulder here, this mech, or the Firefly goes here. Ah, right, but then the problem is that it's a problem. If I boulder here, Mantis kill the Scion, then can I chain kill these things? No, because my lightning only does 2 damage. So it's not going to kill this. Okay, we got a real annoying situation right off the bat here. Okay, what if I hook this Firefly into the air support? I think the problem is that I can't stop this Firefly. Crap. Okay, fine. We're just going to do the move that saves everything. And just be annoyed about the fact that I cannot walk up to the Scion to kill it, which is ridiculous. Alright, so you're going to catch fire. And everything is protected. This Scorpion's uncomfortably close to my hook mech, and we have another spawn coming. This mosquito is unfortunately, thanks to this armor Scion, not a dead mosquito flying. It is actually able to take another beating. It flies just out of air support again, but at least it's wasting its attack, so I can't complain too much. Can't complain that much. Oh, you're actually doing nothing? You had nothing you could do. Okay, cool. Alright, this thing unfortunately cannot be used to kill the Scorpion because it is going later, but I could hook the Scorpion in front. Let me take a look at my options. Oh, wow, I actually cannot hit this block of stuff because of the water and not having enough movement. Oh, my lord. I actually can't do anything with this mech. And I've used my HP, so I cannot use Mr. Kazakh as, like, a part of a chain because then he'll just die. If I use a boulder, does that work? Here, what if I shoot a boulder like this? No, that doesn't work. Oh, hang on. There's a bit of a problem. Okay. So, if I push the Scion into that, and then shoot a boulder here, it'll block the Firefly and babysit the Scorpion. Now, this kills the mosquito. And you could get up, but that does kill the boulder mech. Oh, is there some way of doing it? Where did you start your turn? Were you here? Or were you in here? I'm gonna check it out, because that would be good if I can kill that mosquito. Oh, you were here. Oh, crap. So there's no way that I can shoot a boulder into that spot. and get this chain done without killing my own guy. Well, okay, if I kill the Scion and I step up and I Mosquito these, is there some other version? Yeah, there is. If I boulder here and put the Scorpion in front of this just as a body blocker. Okay. So we're going to do this then. I think that's worth it because it gets the Mosquito off the map. There. Okay. And thanks to the Armor Scion being dead, the Scorpion's actually dead. So it does get an attack off. And then it gets killed by the Firefly. Had to be a little bit careful with my mech damage. Okay, so this thing is going to die before it kills my hook mech. It just invalidates my hook mech's turn. The question is, can I deal with this Firefly? And the answer is, well, I can't repair. I'm not able to repair, so I can't actually do the lightning here. And 3 damage, neither of my mechs can body block it. Well, I could chuck a boulder in here. Okay, I can still take 1 more mech damage. So, okay. We'll play that game. I would have liked to use my, boulder for some other purpose. Wait, I didn't... Oh, I missed out. I didn't realize it until it was too late. I actually could have hooked the boulder in. Oh, no, it's because the Firefly got pushed. Right. And I couldn't push the Firefly with my punch because then it would hit the power plant. Okay. Well, we do have a pretty big turn here. Luckily, Fireflies are not that bad. Oh, wait, that's a Scorpion. That's not a Firefly, that's a Scorpion. Go, come on! Why don't you want to stand in the air support? Okay, so that one is standing in the air support. That's good. Okay, here is my concern. This thing actually body blocked me from being able to push this Firefly into the air support, and now I'm not in position because I'm bad at this game. If I could have gone up here with 4 movement, I could have shot a boulder here and pushed this Firefly out of the way, but as it is, I cannot push it out of the way. And I can't... okay. What's happening here? This is nothing. Nothing is happening here, except for possibly me losing the mission, but I could do a repair. This thing gets airstruck, and this thing hits me for 1, and then it's fine. Okay, so what I could do is I do this weird line where I punch kill this Firefly, shoot a boulder here, so the other Firefly moves there. Oh, no, but if I punch kill it, hold up, then the rock blows up. And I need that rock to body block. So it needs to be this to clear the space, to babysit the Firefly, and then we repair, and then he takes 1 damage, and then I will end the fight with less than 4 mech damage. Wow, that was something. Actually, I messed up. I could have actually just hit the spot with lightning, and then it would have burned to death. And then I would have gotten 3 extra shared experience. That was a misplay. Okay, but I succeeded at all the missions, which is a rarity these days. And the Mantis did get some good XP, and we got a time pot on the first mission, which is pretty good. Ooh, and a pilot? Wow, look at that. Okay, this is a big deal because this pilot is one that I need for 2 squads. So if he rolls good items, I am going to be very happy about that. Okay, we should technically keep the more experienced neutral pilot. Okay, I am now biased in favor of the star missions because I'm at full HP. Kill 7 enemies, bad repairs. This is the worst possible thing. Let's look at the map. It's not great. The buildings are right in there. The enemies could walk over these repairs. What are you? Defend the train! Okay, here we go. So I might just need to let this building go to fulfill the mission, or some other building, I guess. And then if I lose the grid defense, I can go after the grid defense boosting mission next time. I may do it anyway, because I really just do not want to do that bad repairs mission. This is a horrible, horrible start. Just wretchedly bad. Although the Scorpion didn't block the Firefly, so I guess that's good. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So if I push this Firefly here, it'll body block... Sorry, if I push the Mosquito in, the problem is that there's only one way that I can push it. The Mantis will actually kill it. I need to shoot a boulder. So I could body block this Firefly with my range mech, shoot a boulder here, push this Mosquito into the woods, Firefly kills it. And then I'm free to do whatever the hell I want. So I guess what I want to do is this, because it just damages a bunch of enemies. Then I body block. Wait, don't need to necessarily do that. I can just kill you. Actually, I can kill both of you with this move. And then body block. Just make sure one more time. Yep. No, I almost missed it. I almost missed it. I run into the I put myself in front of the train. Oopsies. Okay, not that plan. All right, so I think I am going to end up body blocking that Firefly then. Well, not necessarily. No, because I can't kill this mosquito. I wanted to punch this mosquito, but I can't punch it. Because the only way to punch it is to get in front of the train. And this spot's smoked. Ugh. Okay. So what am I doing with my time? I mean, I think it's just, unfortunately, lamely killing this Firefly. And then we go here to do this. Okay. So it could be worse. It could be worse. So we have a Firefly that's damaged, a mosquito that's damaged, and one enemy. It really could be a lot worse. The train, I think, does get hit by my lightning attack, so if things clump up, I end up in trouble. This Firefly is determined to blow up that building. This mosquito is determined to accomplish nothing. This is pretty good, honestly. It could have been a lot worse with the Scorpion. If it had webbed my own guys, it could have caused problems. Okay, we could do the same trick as last time where we body block this Firefly with the Scorpion. I have to consider, though, just doing damage and just killing it. Yeah, maybe I'd like to do that. If I go here, I could do that, and then it'll die. But I might as well still shoot this boulder. And then, oh, no, 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 if I stand here, I get hit by the train. Oh, no, okay. Butts. Okay, I've used my reset, so there's no going back. I can't get in here. Crap. Am I just, like, completely wasting all my turns? These stupid body blocks are killing me, man. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in here. This is not good. You should not do this. I'm gonna... Oh, no, then I lose my pilot. I was gonna do it. I was gonna use this guy to make a chain, but I can't because I lose this pilot. Oh, crap. Yeah, I wish I had seen that before I made this move. There might have been some way to change the order around. As it is. Crap, I really just think there's nothing I can do. I mean, I can pull this Firefly, like, up here and then lightning it, but again, it's the same problem. I end up killing my own mech. This smoke just absolutely destroys me. If I could have smoked, it would have killed both these things, but there's no way for me to get into the back line without getting in front of the damn train. Ugh, okay. So... Yep. If my hook mech stands here, then he dies to accomplish this stuff, and I can't afford that because I can't afford him dying. I think this sucks, but I think I just have to do this. So we're gonna have 6 enemies. At least they're a little damaged, and we only have 1 turn left. But we're on the wrong side of this train. I might end up in a position where I can't actually protect the train. Well, I might get my wish of, you know, taking some grid damage, I guess. Oh, this is actually, this armor scion is such a problem. Because if it wasn't for that, I could kill these. Oh, no, I could not kill them with lightning. No, I couldn't. Because, of course, of the train. The lightning does chain through the train, I'm pretty sure. Like, if I do this, it'll destroy the train and be an epic move, but it will destroy the train. Okay, what if I do this? So I kill the mosquito, and then I'm gonna shoot a boulder at this thing. You know what? Actually, it's incredible, is what it is. Actually, I could even do this. Hold up. Thanks to the boulder, I can kill the Scion, get some extra experience. Yep. Okay. Seems good. Honestly, a fantastic train mission. Took no grid damage, killed most of the enemies, and completed the mission. So now I have an uncomfortable decision to make, which is either to take a good mission, or a good rewards but crappy mission, or waste some rewards. Let's see, defend the artillery. Yeah, this is such a good map. The buildings have distance between themselves and the spawn points. I have the artillery to help me out. I mean, it's just a good level. I definitely don't want the scorpions to hit me, so we're gonna step away from them. Gosh, it's tough to position on this one, though. I might end up paying for this insolence, especially if they go after the artillery. Okay, that mosquito's wasting, which is good. Scorpion's going after a building, which I am getting grid damage, so I mean, this is the time to do it. That's scary. Okay, well, let's see how we're gonna do this. I can swing around here, kill this mosquito thanks to fire, and babysit the scorpion. Then this artillery goes. How am I getting rid of this scorpion? That's a tricky one. That is very tricky. Okay, you do 3. This one does go before that one, so I could babysit it to attack its buddy. It'll do 2 damage thanks to the Scion, and then it catch fires. Yeah, no, it's just not. That's not working. That plan is dead on arrival. There's no way I can hook because of the body block, and I don't actually kill the mosquito with a boulder. So if I shoot it with a boulder, I don't clear the lane to pull up the scorpion. Man, that would have been nice, actually, if I could have pulled the scorpion up. Well, let's see. What if I punch this mosquito into the scorpion? Then how am I dealing with this? Because the person who did the punch is the person who has the grappling hook that could have pulled this thing up. Okay, I could use the grappling hook to actually pull up the artillery. That way, the artillery gets a move. The problem is that the artillery hits 2 squares, so it can step back 1 square and shoot this and the building, but it can't just shoot the mosquito, unfortunately. If I shoot a boulder here, the artillery will get pushed this way. It can then step in here and kill the mosquito for me. That's not really any different from just hitting the mosquito with a boulder and pushing the scorpion, unless there's some way that method lets me deal with this scorpion, so I'm not just having this building get destroyed. That's the whole reason I'm spending this much time, is because I'm trying to figure out if I can save this building. I mean, yeah, if I hook up this artillery, move it, it still gets to do something productive. It gets to shoot this mosquito. I can then shoot a boulder here, push the scorpion, and then everything's fine. I lightning, and then okay, I think that's the move. We're gonna do it. So you go here, kill the mosquito for me. Oh, you don't kill the mosquito. You only damage the mosquito. Well, butts. I freaking hate stupid ass scions. Okay, then we go here. Babysit the scorpion. Step in here. Do a lightning whip. So now this mosquito dies of fire before it can hurt the building. And I think the scorpion's gonna die. Well, no, it doesn't die now. It dies next time. So it does get to walk up and potentially web one of my people before it dies of fire. So I'm hoping it does not web my people because I want it just to be useless. That's awkward. Okay, so webbing up. This is the ideal scenario. It's going after a building. That's good. Okay, my guy's getting double teamed here. A little nervous about it. So I can't do anything about this. Well, no, I could. I could actually hit this thing with a boulder, and it'll push my guy out of the way. This thing is dead, so it's irrelevant. But I could lightning here and kill the Scion. Sure. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. If I kill the Scion, I'm also killing my own mech. But I have to shoot the boulder in at this angle. So, well, it means the Scion doesn't die. All right, it's fine. I'm okay with it. Am I okay with this doing push damage? No, because this artillery has nothing better to do than to kill the mosquito. So there's no reason to take the push damage. Okay, and now I cannot do the lightning thing because it will kill my own guy, which sucks. But I could still just go here and block a spawn. And that's not... Oh, wait, you still have a move. Oh, you have a move. Hey, bro has a move. Wow, wait a minute. So if I hook up the Scion, if I pull it up one, then I can do this lightning hit. Oh, it'll do a damage. It's not worth it. No, I would much rather just punch this guy. That's a big punch because this scorpion then lights this area on fire. And that's a big deal because then it'll take a damage from the fire. No, the fire damage happens first. Never mind. So this is not a dead scorpion walking. It's on fire, but I still have to do a damage to it for it to actually die of fire. Okay, this is actually okay because I can lightning it. And the Scion actually creates a chain, which is really good. Yeah, you know, I cannot complain about anything that's happening here. So we just are going to do this. Zap. Now this thing will die of fire before it hurts my mech. It wasn't even going to kill me. You can just punch this guy. It catches fire, and it will die. And then we'll just block a spawn. The fact that I'm pushing it back into range doesn't matter because A, it does 0 damage, and B, it dies of fire. So you die of fire, you die of fire, you maybe get into a better position. And yeah, that went about as great as it could. So we are going to waste this. It turns into grid defense, unfortunately. But at least I'm getting a ton of experience. Oh, everybody leveled up. Okay, I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look at what it is. I want it to be a surprise. I do want my mech, my mantis, to get as much experience as possible, but I don't see a way for that to happen, easily at least, because, oh no, it works. We push you here, and then we do a punch like this to get the full experience onto that mech. All right, I'm really excited to see what all the level ups are. Here we go. Oh, I got some grid defense. Hey, maybe if I had some grid defense last time, I could have saved it. Popular hero. That's actually not bad, so I get to sell it, get extra stars. Great. Mech react, fantastic. Absolutely love it. That's a good one. And then extra mech HP is whatever. That's like one of those ones that's borderline. I would actually play with this, especially if it got a decent-ish second power-up. Okay, well, you're getting an extra move. Did I forget? I forgot to use the reactor. I forgot to use the reactor core. Whoops. So building chain remove, the classic dilemma. Let's go for building chain. Let's try that. All right, we have a terrible mission here, but we have a new mission. Don't kill the volatile Vec. I hate that, of course, but this is a great map. I'm going to do it. So I got lucky. The volatile Vec spawned behind this water. So it just can't do anything for at least a couple of turns. So I'm gonna... What? I mean, the Firefly can shoot across the water. I'm fine. I'm actually fine with that because I could potentially hook this Alpha Firefly into the water, which would be great. No, I should have put my lightning guy over here, right? So he could actually, like, get down and do, like, a block of stuff. Oh, this is unfortunate because now I could maybe do, like, a chain... Except that it would hurt. It would catch the volatile back on fire. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna do just a simple move. We're gonna cash out our 1 extra HP and kill the Scion. I can do it, so I'm gonna do it because that just is a real nightmare to deal with. And then we're gonna hook this Alpha Firefly into the water, and then we can comfortably lightning kill that mosquito. This is great. This is about as good as we can hope for. This is why, by the way, on unfair difficulty, you have to check the maps. You can't just be like, oh, the volatile Vec, it's an annoying mission. I hate that mission. Because this map's amazing. With the water, there was a good chance the Vec was going to spawn in such a way that it couldn't actually ever do anything, so I'm fine with leaving it alone here the whole mission long. Okay, so I'm not going to think about this too hard. We'll just do this. It blocks the spawn. It gets good damage on the mosquito. And, well, we're not going to go in there because I don't want to get webbed by the volatile Vec for no reason. So I think that means we're just going to kind of hang out over here and maybe accomplish something next time. Okay, so we have 1 alpha mosquito, 2 new enemies. All right, the Firefly. I could potentially do the same thing with this Firefly I did with this alpha cousin earlier. Oh, I got body blocked by this mosquito. No, oh no, oh that's bad. Oh god, yep. I can't get over here. Well, no, I could. Okay, I'm not gonna think about it too hard. Let's just do this. I do want XP on my Mantis. And that's a pretty good way to get it. Those Fireflies given 3 free XP is pretty spectacular. Good old Abe, look at that armor. Okay, if this Scorpion walks over here. Oh, it's not going to, though, is it? Because it's going to go after my other guy. Ooh, that's good, though. From here, I can actually hook it into the water. Oh, man, that is fortunate. Okay. Well, 5 more XP for my Mantis. And I guess I want Abe leveling up. So, yep. We move over so we don't die to a lightning thing and do that. And that's that. Alright, that was the best don't kill the volatile Vec mission I've ever had. Alright, now... Okay, yeah, we're done. We gotta go fight this. So we have to destroy 5 goos and protect the corporate tower. It's a little awkward. This would... I'm annoyed I misclicked, because obviously with the armor scion, that's not ideal. And also, it would be great if I could have gotten the extra damage on my weapons. This mech and my boulder mech could get extra damage, so that would have let me get 1 kill of the thing up front. I am actually going to bait this... well, not there. I wanna bait the regular, not the Alpha Scorpion, to attack me, because I can get this building chain and potentially get a bunch of damage. I'm gonna just put everybody over here, because all the enemies are over here, and this mosquito actually can't reach anything. I don't think. I think it has a movement of 4. Oh, which is enough to get to the building. Right. Okay, so there's this chain happening here. This big happy chain. I can kill the scion. Ooh, and light that on fire. Well, I gotta say, I'm glad I went for the chain over the movement, because this seems like a pretty epic hit. Yeah, we're just gonna do it. Okay, now the problem is that I didn't actually protect the building from anything with this line. Yeah, well, that is a problem. That is a problem. So I could hit a boulder here, and the mosquito kills the scorpion. And then I can Kazakh punch. I'm going to do the punch first, because it's possible that a blobling ends up here. And then when I shoot this spot with a boulder to move the mosquito, I get a free kill. It's not likely, but... Oh, the body block does not work in my favor, though, does it? Oops. Crap. It's bad. Now we're gonna lose this building. So I could reset the turn, and I could shoot this spot before. Yeah, I think that's worth it. I want to try to save it. I want to try to save the building. It's a little aggressive, of course. Trying to go for everything. But let's try it. I don't think that's any better, but at least, what do we have? We have a new enemy, 2 blobs, and a mosquito. No, it's not good. I'm not gonna spin this to make it seem like things are going great. They are not. Oh no, okay, it's going after the building. That's really good. But this scorpion might go after my Kazakh, and he's in smoke. That's exactly what happened. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. So let's take a look at this move. Let me just see what's happening. It does kill a blob, and that scorpion dies, but this one's not on fire. Does the mosquito die? The mosquito doesn't die either. So you are dead. No, this does 0 damage. You can actually live through it. No, but the lightning. The lightning actually hurts you. Okay, so I have to think about whether I want to do that. What's actually happening here? This is a threat. If I shoot a boulder here, you'll die of fire. The scorpion will get pushed into the fire, and then you can move out. If you move out, you can punch this blob. What I don't like about killing both medium-sized blobs is that then you get 4 little blobs out, and that can be difficult to deal with. So what's the alternative exactly? Boulder here and like hook a blob? But there's no way to actually hook. No, yeah, we're just gonna do this. So, well, actually, do I want to do this first? I think I do, actually. Yeah. Oh, I did not realize that actually chained up through these buildings and got that blob as well. Whoa, that was actually kind of crazy. Okay, so I'm doing that mainly so that my guy can move. And awkwardly, I cannot get a single blob. Wow, with all of my movement, I cannot reach a single little blob. Crud muffins. Damn. I can't even block a spawn. This is actually just outrageously annoying. You know what? There is this. There is this. I'm gonna do it. I'm willing to cash out HP in order to get a blob to die. So the mosquito lives with this line. We have 3 blobs, a mosquito, and a new enemy. Now the new enemy luckily cannot do much. So I'm really just hoping that these bloblings let me do a chain on them. That actually could be a chain. That could be a chain. So if I walk up here and like, well, does it work like that? Can I attack into a building? Yeah, I can. Okay. So if I walk up here, or up here for that matter, if you move. Yeah, that's a chain that kills everything. Well, that's certainly a demonstration of the power of the lightning mech, that's for sure. Now, you need to not be part of the chain, so we'll just do kind of a simple line. We're going to babysit the Firefly. And then this. I probably was a little bit cavalier doing that move, because if anything had gone wrong, I did use my reset in the first turn. Luckily, it went right, because I'm a genius. And now we just finished up. Again, I'll keep putting the XP on my man. Well, there is a case to be made for putting the experience onto Abe. Basically, like, what do I think is more likely, that I win or that I lose? Because if I win, I don't need Kazakh anymore. But if I lose, then I am going to need Kazakh. Don't know yet. Well, let's take a look at what we get for our bonus reward here. It's her, which is not great, and it's this, which is not great either. I don't actually have smoke. So it's a little weird. I don't need her. I definitely don't need her for anything. I definitely don't need this. I don't do smoke, and this doesn't make me immune to smoke, which would have been cool. It's just like mosquitoes, you know, I can pull them in there. And I don't need 4 grid defense. So I guess we're going to take her basically because I'm going to sell this hero at some point, and she might level up into something, and the starting shield could be helpful. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. Convert any liquid tile to a hole. Oh, God, it's never as good as you think. And then we have teleport to a target and push nearby tiles away. It's a cross-class weapon. I don't think I want to commit to either of these. Let's take a look at the math. Yeah, this works out nicely. So I sell this one, I go up to 12, and I get 4 power cores. I think that's just all I'm going to do. So we're going to go ahead and make the big purchase over here. Just put all 4 power cores into this mech. So I get the extra move, and it does 3 damage up front. And so my next 3 cores are probably going here or into some new weapon. Okay, let's take a look at our options, and I'm going to take my hand off of the mouse so I'm not accidentally clicking. We have the fire immunity, which would have been great, but mama spiders, no thanks. We have the regeneration, which is okay. Those are low HP-ish enemies. There's 2, 2, and a 3 for the snails. Starfish aren't the most annoying. And then over here we have boost with a 1 HP enemy, 2, 3 HPs, and then the digger dudes. And then the mosquito is a pretty low HP boss, plus there's acid. It's tough. I think I'm going to go for the acid place because with my lightning mech, I do one-shot all those non-alpha enemies. Granted, of course, it's on fair difficulty, so they will be alphas, but if I get good chains, this can work really well, and I love the fact that the boss has only 5 HP. So yeah, we're going to go for this place. But let's take a cut. Oof, this is going to be a tough one. I have to start with a hard mission. Jesus Christ. Let's take a cut, and I'll be back soon to explore this island. Alright, tough start on this island. We're forced to do a hard mission, but this one is worse, fundamentally, because it's giving grid defense instead of stars. So let's take a look at this one. Here we have to use the detritus contraption 4 times, which can be a little bit tricky, but there's weirdly mountains in front of everything, which, okay, I mean, the enemies can still get around it, but a land enemy spawning back here may actually have a tough time attacking it, so I'm just going to go for it. It does really suck that this spider is here up front because I basically can't, you know, do anything about it. What I'm going to do is try to bait the spider to jump in front, and maybe if anything else is near it, I can do a chain. It's a tough call, but I can put this lightning person in front and then make sure that everyone else is out of reach of the spider and just hope for the best. So we had a boost scion here, so everything does extra damage. That may or may not matter. If you're dodging everything, then it's not a big deal. Alright, so the spider actually lets my lightning person go, which is great. I could actually do some chaining. Okay, the moth actually stood up here, which is great. Oh my god. Can the scion please stay put? Just stay put, scion. You're good where you are. You're good where you... Oh, no, that sucks. Okay, so now it's a bit annoying. Let's check one thing here. If I shoot a boulder here, I actually get to chain everybody. What would that look like? You do 3, because you do 2 plus... Oh, yeah, you don't have the opener. I was thinking of the opener trait, which was last. That was so last round. Okay, so 3. That kills this, hurts this, and kills the Scion. Man, I think that might just be worth it, especially because this would take an extra one for being pushed by the boulder. I can also hook the spider over. Oh, interesting. That actually means that this thing would get hurt for 2, but it does live. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, I also have to use the detritus contraptions. This is either shield everybody or hurt everybody. Well, kind of sucks, but maybe I'll do a shield, but after this, I'm being a little frisky. I could actually punch this robot or this spider out of the way, but we're gonna be greedy. I'm gonna cash out. And you know what? I didn't think about this. With this move, my boulder mech also gets hurt, but hey, that's what Bethany's shield is for. All right, so we are going all in on the craziness with lightning. Zap. And then everything's fine, so we gotta remember to do this. And I guess, well, I could do the damage. This thing will block it with the armor. Is that worth it? Oh, it kills this guy instead of putting a shield on him? Fine, let's do the damage. The problem that I'm in here is that now Bethany will die if I do the detritus contraption for damage next turn, but the good news is that since there were so many enemies at the beginning, I actually haven't spawned any new ones. There were no new spawns. So now I can maybe do a shield after killing these guys. This guy, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to kill. Okay, so let's think here. So I could just punch you. I could boulder you. Yeah, let's try this out. I still have my reset because I miraculously didn't mess up my last move. So we go over here, we lightning you like this, and then we punch you to death. And now I do have to use this detritus contraption. It has to be for shield. So this guy does get shielded so he doesn't die from blocking a spawn. But, yeah, well, that's the trouble with the detritus contraption mission. It can be a little bit tricky. We got a firefly, which is fine. No alpha spiders. This thing is still useless. This thing is wasting its attack, actually. That one is not. Okay, so main concern here is the lack of an attack waste. The obvious move I'm looking at is to shoot this moth, to push this moth here. What's going to happen? It'll shoot this empty space, back up onto a spawn, get hit by the firefly. Yeah, it's good enough for me. So let's move out of the way here. Now I have to decide, do I want to lightning now or light? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm only lightning the firefly. Okay. So we do this. We do this. And I actually have to think about this. Which version of the detritus contraption do I wish to use? If I do the damage, this moth dies. Does it hurt that boulder? It does, which causes this guy to die and this one to take... Okay, we're gonna do it. We'll have to put the shield on next time, but I think this is worth it. Because I do this. And now this moth backs up. And the firefly will kill it before it blocks a spawn. So that is actually the problem with using the damage. But I'm okay with that. Let's see, if I do this, do I go up to the boulder? No, I pull the boulder up to me. That's not helpful. Okay, well, I can't repair, so we're just gonna pass the turn. So next time, we're committed to doing the shield. It's not the end of the world, because, I mean, I can just do the shield after doing my turn. It doesn't matter on the last turn. No, what am I talking about? There is... No, this is the last turn, right? This is the last turn, so yeah, the shield doesn't actually matter. We just need to find a way to survive. Okay, so the fireflies are just wasting their attacks. All there is to do here is try to farm experience. So we do the shield after everything. Let's take a look. I could lightning you to death. I could punch you to death. And I can drop a boulder in front of you or just move you out of the way. Is there some clever way? Like if I shoot a boulder here and I push this over, I could punch you into your buddy and then get both? Nah, I'd rather split up the experience. I think. Like this. Instead of giving all of it to one character. There was a boulder here. We could have also shucked a boulder here before moving here and then pushed the firefly off to the side. Okie doke. Oh, right. Oh my god, I have actually made this mistake before. I actually didn't need a boulder. Never mind, because I had the shield. Right, the Firefly shot doesn't push. Well, anyway, that was an ideal mission because we got the 2 stars and some grid defense that may or may not matter and didn't take any damage. So I'm very, very happy about this. And now we get access to the other missions, which is great. See what Bethany rolled. Invulnerable. Hooray. Okay. Well, we're looking at this mission because I don't want to do this hard one just for extra grid defense. Less than 4 mech damage and protect the batteries. Very generic objectives. Decent map. There's water. There's acid pool. Yeah, I mean, you can't get much better than that. All right. So Spider up front here is, of course, again, very scary. So I am going to do the same thing as last time. We're going to go here, hope that the Spider at least does some sort of clumping. And then, unfortunately, it's really awkward to prevent everyone else from getting webbed by the Spider. But I'm going to do it. If I go here, I'm actually okay with this. If the Spider actually wants to jump on this acid pool and get punched to death, that's fine with me. I want you to be further forward because there's a chance that I can go down here and pull somebody into the water. Okay, so the Spider didn't jump here, which would have let me chain kill the Scion. But at least it is not webbing anybody either, and this one's wasting its attack. All right, now the Moth body blocking this water space is a problem because I was actually planning on pulling this guy into the water. As it is, I can step forward because the Moth chose not to attack the building, which is huge. That's very convenient. It would have been annoying otherwise. I can just step forward and boulder the Moth and push this guy into the water. I could... Well, actually, I could pull this guy over and have him punch the Moth to death. Let me think about this. What if I do this? Wait, there's this Spider here. Hold it. It's a problem. Because I only do 2 damage with my punch. And I can't babysit him by pushing him. So my lightning mech, unfortunately, has to go up here, I think, and kill the Spider. I don't see any other way of doing it. I didn't get the plus damage on this yet. So, yes, even if I pull it over here, no matter what I do with this Spider, with my punch mech, it does damage. So, okay, we're going to do the greedy thing, I suppose. I do need to deal with this. I could still do it by shooting the Moth with a boulder. Pushing him into the water. Zap lightning this guy. And then what are you doing? Oh, you're just sort of free to do... Oh, no, you're... Okay, this is good. By doing this, I'm not doing damage to the Scion or to this thing itself, but I think it's actually worth it to kill the Moth. Because the Moth is dangerous, you know, it can always just, like, attack just about anything it wants to, and that can be annoying to deal with. So now we do this. Double check to make sure I didn't screw anything up. This rock actually body blocks enemies, so does this one. That can be actually very helpful. And the Moth is dead. So now we just have 2 enemies to deal with. You can ignore the Scion. I mean, if you can keep the enemies under control, then the boost Scion does literally nothing. This guy's actually wasting his attack, and the Firefly is also wasting its attack, which is incredible. So now we're just trying to find ways to block spawns. This rock actually hurts me more than it helps me. I can actually attack it, but because of the building chain, it'll make this one explode, which will do damage to both of these buildings. So I can't punch my way through it. So I have to do this like awkward thing where I move around the outside. And I think that might be the best thing I've got. Okay, let's do an obvious move. Let's do... Nah, it's not as obvious as I think. Okay, so I was going to say, put a rock here, and then shove the Firefly into the water. But the problem is that then you will punch this exploding rock, and it'll actually destroy the rock I placed. I could go over, oh, hang on a minute. What about this? Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna punch the Scion into this exploding rock. This allows me to get in here and block a spawn, which I think is a big deal. And unfortunately, I can't actually block a spawn, because it is gonna get taken away. But I'm still killing a Firefly, and I think that's worth it. So basically, we're gonna get 2 spawns. But they may or may not have an easy time attacking stuff, depending on what kind of enemies it is. So the Firefly should be easy enough to shoot it into a different lane. You are wasting your attack again. The Spider's the main threat, but my guy does do 3 lightning damage, so I can kill him. He can protect himself. Okay, let's think about this. So I can't put a rock here to body block this Firefly, because if I do, it'll push the exploding one into this guy, killing him. Okay, well, that's not great. I can punch him into his own rock, which will kill him. Then I can body block the Firefly. Unfortunately, I need one more movement. Oh my gosh, if I had one more movement, I could have gone here, shot a boulder laterally, and that would have actually pushed this Firefly into the water. Now, on that end, I could just move here with my mech, and then punch him into the water. And then this guy will explode it, doing 1 damage, and I'll block a spawn doing 1 damage, and then I live with 1 health. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. So we do this. We do this. We punch into the water, and then wait, what was the plan? I do this? Yes, I do that to kill the punching guy. Just be very careful about this. Wait a minute, what? No, because the push damage! The push damage, you're about to die. Whoopsie, good thing I have a turn reset. Oh gosh, okie doke. So, still gonna kill the spider, but I gotta really think about whether I want to punch this Firefly into the water or not. I could just go over here. You know what, let's just not dick around. You know what, why don't we just not dick around? We can do this. We can still babysit the Firefly. If I shoot it over, well, let's not mess this up. It'll do 2 damage to my guy, 2 damage, 2. And then he takes 1 damage from blocking a spawn. But you know what? We do have to watch the mech damage here, don't we, folks? Ah, yes, that's the problem. Okay, you know what? Oh, man, if I do this, it pushes my guy out of blocking a spawn. God darn it. Okay. Well, I could take 2 damage and a third, and then I have to repair. Nah, no, let's not mess around. I can't move. I would love to put a rock here and put the Firefly here, but then it we'll just shoot this building. You know what? I shouldn't have punched this guy into this exploder. Oh, no, because he was going to attack the exploder anyway. Okay, anyway, you know what? Let's just... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, God. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I just I did it here instead of shooting it here, which is what I intended. Okay, well, we take 2 crit defense. But it's okay. We get it back. We get it back, guys. It's fine. We get it all back. It's all good. Oh, look, you're wasting your attack. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. You're not wasting your attack. I don't appreciate it. Okie dokie. Actually, this one's tricky to deal with. Okay, luckily we can punch it into the water. It would have been good to get experience on Abe. He just needs 2 more experience. Hang on. Is there a world where I can do this? And have it work? Yeah, let's actually do that. I actually do want Abe to get the experience, rather than my Mantis, who's already max experience. Now, for the principle of it all, we can kill that thing as well. Okay. That was a bit messy. Obviously, I could have avoided that damage, and I could have had extra grid defense, but we're just gonna hope that we don't need grid defense today, and we can just win without it. What'd you get? Opener, boost and +2 move. That's actually fine. It's fine. I get 1 extra damage with my punch on the first turn. And you got opener as well. Well, that's actually great. I love opener. I was even calculating it in for a second there. So now you do 4 damage on the first turn, which is great. Let's take a look at the 2-star missions. Destroy acid vats. This should be, it's interesting because there could be a lot of chaining potential here, and it's all kind of clogged up, but these spawns are close to the buildings, maybe. Defend the VIPs, okay. This mission, the VIPs can, it's not like the tanks on the Archive Island, they can move on the first turn, they can only move twice, but they're right next to the enemies, and there's also buildings next to them. Yeah, let's go for the vats. So there is a possibility that I can do like a really good chain and just kill everything. I'm gonna body block the tunnelers. Well, hold on, am I? Because he might just put a exploder here, and then if I do my chain, it'll hurt. 1 second here. But okay, maybe I'll just accept the grid damage. It seems to be my thing, because if I can efficiently kill everything, or at least hurt it a lot, I think that's actually worth it. You guys, let's see, do I want to put a thing here? I might encourage a Firefly to shoot down there, but it's already gonna do that. I mean, that's pretty much all these Fireflies can do is shoot down here, so I might as well get into position. And then you, well, let's just keep you up close. I don't think this thing needs to be all that far back. There's no spiders or anything here. So I'm hoping for a really good chain. Oh, geez, I don't know if the chain will kill the pot or not. That is something I forgot to think about. I mean, not that I was gonna play into that or anything. Okay, so you're just directly attacking the building. That's good. This pod stopped him. Oh, but the other one stepped back and then put up... Yeah. Okay, well, what can you do? So let's take a look at the situation here. What are we doing with this? This happens. This thing explodes. And it does a grid damage. And it kills the tunnelers. And we kill a vat. I mean, that's pretty good. If I get in here, what does that do? Oh, it kills you now because of the opener. So that's not good. But this is a regular old Firefly. So it's boosted. So it's doing 1 damage to the armor, but that's fine. I can even kill the thing if I want, the Scion, and then not do that damage. Also, you have opener. Don't you just punch it and kill it to death? You do, thanks to the opener trait. Okay. So the question is, do I destroy the time pod? No, it looks like I don't. Alrighty, let's do it. So we do this. We accept a calculated grid damage. You are going to pick up the time pod. I could also block a spawn, but I'm just going to pick up the time pod and kill this Firefly. You are going to also kill the Firefly. And I think that was a pretty good turn. So we killed everything for the low price of a couple hundred dead people. And now we can just try to keep everything under control. Of course, there's going to be a bazillion spawns. This moth is in a clump with the vat, so I can just easily lightning bolt everything to death. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to step away so I don't get hit by lightning. Wait, nope, that's not quite right. We're going to shoot a boulder here. Well, hold on. This space is not that dangerous. This is a more important space, I think, to block with a boulder. So yes, we're going to do it like this. We're going to block this space with a boulder, this space with my body, and then we lightning everything to death. Okay, that's great. This has been a good map for me. We just have 2 fairly distant enemies. They are both moths. They're both alpha moths. They can both attack and do relevant things, which kind of sucks. But luckily, well, did this one waste its attack, or are they both going after the building? Oh, they're both going after the building. That can be a little tricky to deal with, but let's see. I can punch it, and it'll back up onto a spawn. That seems good. And then I can zap this one and boulder it. Also seems good. Okay, I'll be greedy. I'm not gonna... Wait a minute. Hold on. We gotta be a little careful about how we do this. Okay, hold on. So we punch you like that. We can't boulder you now because that'll push my guy into a building. But maybe I do something like this. This. And then this. So that I get pushed more into position. And I'm better able to block stuff. And then Bethany's body blocking whoever comes out of here. Though, of course, they can still attack into that building. But I can maybe hook them into the water. Oh, boy, this is a lot of stuff all of a sudden. What the heck? Uh-oh, Bethany's in trouble. Well, that's what shields are for. MVP Bethany's shield. Oh, gosh. Okay. It's a little uncomfortable because if the spider were... Well, why would the spider have been here? There's no reason for it to be there. But I could have maybe done a chain of everything. Okay. If I do a chain, it'll do 2 damage to you, killing you. So you can't be part of the chain, unfortunately. How do I deal with that? Oh, I could just go up and zap it. And I cannot punch you, actually. I cannot punch you to death. Okay, so what I could do is I could pull the Firefly here. It goes... Sorry, pull the Moth here. It goes before the Firefly. So it'll shoot this mountain back up, the body blocking the Firefly. I then go up and zap this spider. And allow this one just to happen, I guess. Because Bethany has a shield. It's a weird line, doesn't feel great. I could zap this one. Interesting, hold on. What if I do this? I mean, I could use Bethany's shield like this. But then, how are we dealing with that spider? Bethany only does 2 damage with her boulder, so she can't deal with it. And she can't laterally shoot a boulder here. She doesn't have enough movement to get there. So she can't actually deal with it. You don't have enough movement to get up to punch it. And the Moth is body blocking you. Yeah, Bethany could... No, the Moth will be dead. Okay, hold on. The Moth is actually dead. I go up, zap. This Moth is dead. I pull the spider into the vat of acid, and Bethany hasn't actually used her turn. She can body block this one. Do I have my reset? Okay, I do have my reset. So, man, I gotta say, I always mock Bethany's shield, but it is kind of clutch here. It definitely allows a more powerful move than would have been possible otherwise. This is the last turn, so in principle, I'm not gonna take damage. We're just gonna preserve her precious, precious 2 HP. You know, there is some merit to getting extra HP on Bethany if I have an extra power core lying around, because then she can at least get zapped by the lightning mech once during a battle, not in the first turn when he has opener, but any subsequent turn. So there's the shield that she can pop and then also get zapped once. Hey, this guy! But I don't think that's very good because, well, I mean, on the artillery mech, the ability to repair and push away something in your face is kind of valuable, but Bethany has a shield which is kind of doing the same thing, and his ability is irrelevant. Actually, she's also invulnerable, so yeah. We gotta do another mission. Wow, I really thought I was about to fight the boss. Oh boy, he's good, doing a good job keeping track of stuff. Okay, she needs the damage, she needs the move really desperately. Let's not think about it too hard, and let's just do it. What is this? Acid storm. So everything is acidified. We gotta destroy the acid controller. Yeah! There's buildings right here. Hard for me to get to, easy for the enemies to attack. I don't like that. What is this? I don't like this either. Okay, let's look at the heap over here. I don't like that. Oh god, look at this mission critical building right next to all the spawns. So you could take a really conservative line and pass up 2 stars to get this mission, which is, I mean, it's not even that great. Yes, the shields are helpful, but there's a mission critical building. Spawns are pretty nearby. Yikes. I think of all the things, this is the least bad. These things can at least drive away a couple of times. I'm not loving it, but it's possible. Okay, so what I want to do is stop, well, do I want to stop this tunneler from putting a rock here and here? Because if I stop him from doing that, I'm basically guaranteeing he puts a rock there. And I don't know if that's that great. Here I'm basically baiting him to put a rock here. That would hurt the VIP. Okay, so there is actually like a consideration where by doing that, I am maybe encouraging him to like attack this VIP and then the VIP can drive off. I don't know if that's the correct thing to do, but that's what's gonna happen. So what are you doing? You're attacking the VIP. You are attacking my guy, which is a waste. You're wasting, that's good. You're attacking the building, which is not a waste. And you're just an idiot scion sitting around. Okay, I can drive off. I have 2 uses of the drive off. How many do I move? 2 move actions, and I can move 2 squares, or 3 squares. Okay, so I could just zip away back out here. And then I can do, I'm thinking of doing a lightning here like this. Okay, that it's not quite realistic. It looks amazing, but that involves this guy, which obviously kind of sucks. So let's say I drive him off. Let me just take a look at it here real quick. I can undo this. You can't undo it. Oh my gosh. I did not realize you cannot oh, because it's an action. I guess that actually makes sense. Okay, anyways, so if I do this, what does it do? Kills the tumblebug, kills the moth. What's left? This moth. And this guy's actually not being attacked. And the scion. I mean, sure. I'm fine with it. So what we'll do is we'll have you go over, use your opener to punch this moth extra hard. I could actually do a boulder here and make the scion also die. I think that seems worthwhile. So we'll put a boulder here. Go sploosh in the water. And then this will go zap. Okay, it's pretty good. Maybe it was a little bit suboptimal. Should I use my move action? Yeah, I need to move it because I can get cornered here. I'm going to just move out into the open. It's a bit suboptimal because this guy got pushed into the water, and maybe if I had done the boulder first, I could have avoided him being in the water. I'm not 100% positive on that, but it's possible. Anyway, there's just 3 enemies here. Firefly. If a Firefly shoots down, this actually wastes the attack, which is great. You're not wasting your attack. You are wasting your attack, although I do have to use my other move action. Now let's take a look at what happens here. So you punch this hurting yourself because you're an idiot. And what? Well, I mean, obviously you're driving away. Let's just do it. So he has no more move actions left, but that's fine. I can go here and I can zap this Firefly and finish off the moth. Is there something productive I can do with you? Well, I can punch you into a rock. Sure. Well, actually, I can shoot a boulder here and push you onto a spawn. I like that better. Leave the rock here. Oh no, the rock will still get shot by the firefly. But okay, yeah, I think I like that better still. So we do this. The boulder has some strategic value here, blocking enemies from getting up here. You need to not get zapped for no reason. I could actually kill this firefly? Kind of. You have... Ah, I moved you first. If I go down here and punch the firefly up, then I could still get a zap with everything. I think that's actually worth a reset. I shouldn't have moved my lightning mech. My lightning mech needs to be... No, okay, let's just do this properly. So we do this. We do the punch. We do the boulder to line everything up for the big zap. We go here, block a spawn, and then do a big zap. This guy blocks a spawn and dies. Well, that couldn't be more perfect. So now we just have one enemy to deal with and only one more round of spawns. There are going to be a lot of spawns. But on this turn, there's just one thing to deal with. Okay, it's a little bit awkward. I could shoot it with a boulder, but it doesn't kill it. I could go zap it, but through the building zap, it'll kill this VIP. So I can use this VIP as final move just to get it out of the way, and then zap kill the moth. I could pull the moth with the hook. Have the moth bump into you for 1 damage, but then stay and block a spawn. Okay, let's try this. So we'll do this. And then we can block a spawn like this. And then you'll block the spawn that's closest to a building. So I'm comfortable with it. Now we just have a moth and 2 new enemies. We have 1 VIP who can still move, and hopefully that'll just be good enough. Okay, the spider's a bit scary. I can lightning it to death, but you know, it might... oh, this is bad. This is the VIP who can't move, so I can't lightning it now. Oh dear. Okay, so you can be killed. The question is, can this spider be dealt with? Well, okay, so I can shoot this guy with a boulder and then push my guy out of the way, and then he's just doing nothing, and he also... Oh my god, that's actually amazing! Because then you also push the VIP out of the way. Hey! Whoop. Okay, that's great. Well, what next? Yep. Well, this is nothing, and that's nothing, so there's really nothing going on at this point. I guess, on principle, I will just kill this moth and this firefly. Though, unfortunately, both people getting kills were max XP. I don't care that much about Bethany leveling up all the way. So, all in all, that was great. No damage, and we got 2 stars. Now it's the big boss time. Mosquito. Very dangerous because he webs and smokes, but only has 5 HP. 4 movement, so you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to try to get out of it? Because if someone gets webbed and smoked, it's a little bit of a problem. What I could do is I could bait the mosquito with 1 character and then plan to like punch it away. So for example, if I do this, I might let the mosquito web and smoke me, but then I can like go up and punch it. Man, I don't know about this. This spider's actually a real problem because the spider can jump up all the way to here. I was thinking if I put my hook mech over and I could like hook the mosquito over, something like that. It's tricky. Selling out to just not get webbed by this mosquito is very dangerous. But I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think it's just too big of a problem if the mosquito gets me. Maybe I should do this the other way. Because there's this water here, so this is still safe from the spider. Okay, we'll try this. I am very nervous. It was a tough start with this mosquito being so forward and this spider being so far up. Okay, so you're just minding your own business, attacking a building, which does not unfortunately block you. The spider chose not to web my people, which I am very grateful for. You're doing nothing, and you're going to, attack a building? Okay, everyone is clumped up here, so there is a consideration to try to make something happen with a massive zap move. So it will blow up this rock, which will do grid damage, but who cares, right? So let's say we just walk over and do a zap. Let's take a look at this. So that would be blowing up this rock and then killing the mosquito. I could what? Is there some way I can get you off? Well, I can shoot a rock here, push this guy into the water, and then hook this guy away. Oh, but through the building, this thing still gets zapped. Right. So what I could do is I could shoot this guy with a boulder to push this explodey rock out of the way. Then I go over and I do the zap. So I save the grid damage. I can then punch the spider to death and still do the zap. Okay. I think I'm gonna wait. Well. The problem is that this mosquito doesn't actually die from my lightning move. It'll then destroy the building. So then there's really no point in hitting this with a boulder. I'm not actually saving the building unless I follow up by pulling this thing off with the hook mech. But if I pull it off with the hook mech, who's dealing with this spider? I could let the building go, of course. But I think, yeah, so I'm getting a building damage either way, but the spider's more annoying because it can freeze my people and stuff. Let's just do this. Let the building damage happen. And then simply kill the boss. I think for the low price of 1 grid damage, killing the boss is pretty big. And the one enemy that comes up is a Scion. That's incredible because, of course, it does nothing. Now we're going to get a zillion spawns. But that's okay. So you can actually block a spawn and shoot a boulder here and push this guy into the water. Then you can block a spawn, kill the Scion. All right, I'm going to do it. I just want to block as many spawns as possible. Not the greatest use of Bethany's shield, unfortunately. But this does block a ton of spawns. And now we just have 1 enemy to deal with and 1 more round of spawns. Firefly shoots at the building, so it is not wasting its attack. But, you know, it's pretty good. Okay, it's a little uncomfortable. I can shoot a boulder here to block the spawn, but then I push my guy out of the way so he's not blocking the spawn. Well, either way, it's blocking a spawn, so I guess it's fine. Punch, kill the Firefly. Block a spawn with a boulder so I'm not taking damage. And just repair here. Okay, this is, I believe, and I dare say, well under control. Bethany's shield very critical, otherwise the 2 damage would have killed her. Even though she blocked 1 damage with a shield, it was a very critical damage. So just, okay, it's spiders. Jesus Christ, that could actually be annoying. Let's see what happens. Yeah. It's annoying. It's annoying, all right. Luckily, there is a move. The much maligned hook mech can pull you to safety. And then I can, hold on. The correct thing, oh, if I could shoot a boulder here, but this is water. To try to get some XP on Bethany. And there's a boulder back here that blocks it. Anyway, we're not gonna worry about it. Let's just do that. Repair for the principle of it, and pass. Okay, so we took a grid damage. I have to really consider doing a 2-island run. The problem is that I never got any other weapons. So doing a 2-island run is tricky, since with the default weaponry, am I strong enough to actually survive? We've got the push tank, my beloved, and then this idiot. Okay, we're gonna take the push tank. We gotta now think, can I actually do this push tank? Okay, you know what? That's actually kind of cool. That's cool. And then that's whatever. Bethany actually could use this and only get 1 use per battle. Yeah, no. So let's just keep it very simple. We're definitely getting 3 power cores. That's definitely happening. Okay. Now, someone's getting a push tank. I'm not sure who it is. Because if these 2 use the push tank on the first turn, they're wasting their opener. I mean, I guess this is a push, and a push tank is kind of like also a push. So, okay, so we're going to do this. That, and then I want the health so that I can block more spawns. And then the damage would be nice, but not essential. And so now, if I sell my extra pilots, I get 2 stars, which is not enough for another power core, but I don't know if I need another power core. Everything here is nice to have, not mandatory to have. So, okay, what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna just sell 1 of them and get this. And then unfortunately, I am gonna do a 2-island run, and there's nothing I can do with my last extra star. I mean, it's still free grid defense that I wouldn't have gotten. He just came out of a time pod. So I am gonna leave this island, and we're gonna try to do a 2-island run, incorporating this push tank. So the plan is on the first turn, hopefully we don't need a boulder specifically. We can hopefully do a push tank to do a push, maybe block a spawn. We now have an extra thing sitting around that can do pushes, and we just try to survive with our full HP. I'm going to pause the video here, and then we're going to finish it in just a second. All right, into the breach we go. So the game plan here is largely babysitting. No one really does like amazing damage, even after counting for the opener here. Like, you know, 4 damage just does not kill a lot of things. We got blobberns, we got crabs, which I call scarabs, and we got a digger. I'm going to stay close to the digger. The lightning mech is actually pretty good against dealing with the digger with the opener trait, because the digger makes these rocks. So if you can get to like a rock, then that'll actually 4 damage kill the digger, which is a really big qualitative difference. I am also going to try to bait the blobber to maybe shoot this square. In fact, you could even like try to bait the blobber to shoot this square by doing it this way, although this way you're not baiting the hornet as much. I think I'm more concerned about the hornet, because the blobber, you know, it might blow up a pylon, but the hornet can blow up 2 pylons. And it flies around and stuff, so it just could be a real problem. Plus, if the hornet does fly here, it can be part of the chain maybe that I kill with the digger. So a lot of maybes here. Lots of maybes. It's all about where the enemy goes. Okay, there's the boss. The boss may get lightninged. You needed to step up a bit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, the hornet is part of the lightning chain. The firefly, Jesus, it's not. And the blobber is not. Now, this blobbling does get part of the chain. So if I do this, it's currently killing the hornet, doing a chunk of damage to the boss, and unfortunately it's not hitting the scarab, though it wouldn't have killed it anyways, so who cares? So let's talk about what we're doing. Bethany with this MVP shield could go here, chuck a boulder right there, and push the scarab into the water. The problem with that is that she has this tank that she wants to do. And okay, so she could do the tank. She could like go here to a safe spot. Or actually, that's not actually a safe spot. Okay, so she could go there and put a tank here and have the tank shoot the scarab down that way. But again, the problem is this hornet's doing 4 pylon damage. So if I do the lightning, who's finishing it off? And the answer is, well, either Bethany needs to shoot a boulder to finish it off instead of shooting a tank, or Mantis needs to somehow hurt it, although that's a little tricky. You know what? Maybe this is the problem with my placement. By having the Mantis here, I'm making it so that if I do the opener shot, it kills the Mantis, because I never took 2 extra HP. But if I move it, then it has to be in position in advance, and right now it's being body blocked. This is actually a pretty giant problem. Yeah, I could body block the Firefly and cash out 2 of my 3 HP, which remember I can't repair. Luckily, this Hornet's wasting his attack, so that's good. Yeah, I think I'm taking some pylon damage. I just do not see a way to deal with both, well, with all of the boss, this scarab, and this firefly. If I shoot like a boulder here to enable a chain, this thing still survives with 1 HP. Crud. Okay, well, let's see. If I go here, I mean, I can punch you, but that still doesn't stop the damage from coming onto you. Yeah, really the question is, what can I do of value with my Mantis? And the answer at the moment is nothing. There's nothing I can do with it other than body block the Firefly and do a trickle of damage to it. Okay, I think we're going to commit. So this is a very rough start because not only are you losing 2 of your 3 HP, but I am also going to take pylon damage. So we do have a cool move. Bethany is currently losing her shield. So what is she doing, actually? Well, I think she has to get rid of the boss because, the boss, hold on, the boss and the scarab both are hitting these 2, so I'm actually taking 4 grid defense, and I don't think there's a way around it. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't believe there was any way to deal with it. Oh, if the scarab had just stepped up here, it would have been a different story. But alas, it didn't. So, yeah, either I just killed the scarab or I killed this boss. And I guess the boss is more dangerous. Although, okay, so the thing is that the boss is more dangerous, but the scarab I can kill with a tank, and the boss I cannot babysit with a tank unless I let Bethany lose her shield. And I think it is valuable to keep the shield. How much movement do these tanks have? Actually, I don't know how much they have. Oh, the thing doesn't show me how much movement the tanks do. I think it's 3, I think. So if I go here, shoot a tank here, it can go here and push the scarab into the water, I think. I'm just trying to avoid losing her shield for no reason. And this the blobber is body blocking the tank from being able to push the scarab that way. Although there is another move. I could do something like shoot a boulder here, and this one push damage does a damage to the scarab, and then it also sets up the lightning to hurt the scarab. And I mean, to kill it, actually. Then, of course, the hornet still does the job. Man, I really wish I could have let this firefly shoot at this pylon and use the mantis to somehow punch the hornet, but there was no way. If the mantis had been, like, away from the chain, although how would I have predicted this hornet being here? Yeah, okay. Well, fine, let's try it. So we do this. It kills the blobber and the scarab, and is kind of epic on top of it, but I lose 4 grid defense. I mean, I've made it through, you know, without taking any grid damage, but this now means that I'm into do or die, where in the second phase I have to basically take no grid damage, and that is scary. Alright, you didn't quite fly into a fireball, which is unfortunate. Okay, so if I just, you know, do the... oh my god, the firefly did go in a fireball. That's a really big deal, actually. Okay. So, this one's tricky to deal with because... well, not that tricky. I can just shoot a tank here and push it here. It'll charge into lava. And the tank then blocks the spawn. Okay. Well, I guess that means that I'm just going to kill it like that. Get a little closer. Tank there. So you're not blocking a spawn, but you are going into the lava. Oh, you cannot block spawns because you have no HP and no repair. Whoopsie. All right, so then what are you doing? I guess you're just going to stay here and look pretty. I'm trying to think about if I should have done something different. But no, there was no way for me to punch the firefly leader, or the hornet leader, because I couldn't stand here and I couldn't stand here. Okay. Well, okay, I could have punched the charger, but no, then I would have had to stand on a spawn and die. Man, I maybe undervalued the extra HP. I mean, okay, if this wasn't a fireball square, I could have just walked here and punched the firefly. So that is what the mantis was doing. I just ended up randomly not needing it. Okay, we got a sign. This is very dangerous. It's a must kill because it kills the mantis. And that's a problem because then this mech loses the punch power. Okay, luckily the hornet wasted its attack. That's a good thing. Okay, what happens here? Okay, so the scion happens first. That means I cannot use this charger to kill the scion. I could pull the charger onto the square and have it charge into the lava. Yeah, I mean, I could have you just stand here and do a zap. This tank, though, needs to get out of the chain, and that's a little tricky, because if it goes here, it does die. Also, if I go here and I pull the charger, then I add the mantis to the chain, and this fireball ends up being unlucky, because now I can't stand here to pull the charger up to this space out of the chain. Oh my god, that's obnoxious. Okay, what if I just go here and I just punch the scion? Then I can do a zap from this square. I'm just trying to find a way to, like, block some spawns, and it's weirdly difficult. Okay. We're gonna just punch kill the scion to get you out of the chain. Take a step back with... No, hold up. If I do this, you're in the way of the charger, and my plan for the charger was to have the charger go in the lava. Okay, well, I could shoot a boulder here to block a spawn and put the charger here. The charger then hurts the hornet and blocks the spawn. Okay, that's fine. So, let's see here. We're just, what? How are we blocking? I mean, I guess I could just do this. Or I could have you block it? What if I do 3 damage? Yeah, you do 3. So actually, I do want to get the zap. Alright, that means that I actually just tragically need to move my tank away. No, not there. Oh god, it needs to be, oh no, this is fine, this is fine. I can go like this, do the zap. Then, I don't want Bethany to catch fire. So then this, and then this. That's pretty good. Okay, so what happens here is... Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to end... Wow, I forgot what button was the end turn button. Oh, hang on, you can actually do a push. No, we don't want that. We don't want the Hornet to die. Okay, because there is a pylon back here. That would have been a disastrous blunder. It also would have stopped the spawn block. Truly a catastrophic blunder that would have been. Okay, so you're blocking a spawn, Boulder blocks a spawn, you block a spawn. So we just have the Charger and 1 enemy. I mean, we should be able to deal with that. And then that's fine. Everything's great except that we lost 4 of our 7 HP and have to go to the final level with a do or die kind of mindset. Okay, so what's Bethany at? She's not getting 18 experience, so we're just not going to worry about this too much. Push you onto a fireball. Push you into the fire. Doesn't even matter that it's a fireball. And then just make sure that I don't have some random BS, like one of my characters is standing in fire or something. Yep. Really wish there was some way to not lose 2 pylons that first turn. Maybe I missed a genius move. I got a really cool zap off. I mean, that was awesome. But alas, 4 damage does not kill one of the bosses. So here, Jesus is just taking the wheel. I like that everything is clumped up. Kind of a weird place. I don't think things usually clump up on this side like that, but there's this weirdly placed pit of lava here. Oh no, oh these pylons. Oh my god, these pylons. Oh Jesus Christ. What about this whole area up here? Huh? We don't want any pylons up here? No, they gotta all be down here right around the enemies. Oh geez, I think it's over. I don't see myself surviving this, but I mean maybe some incredibly lucky arrangement of rocks falling. Who the hell knows? Okay, at least you're not webbing my guy. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. No, that's not good. That is actually not good. Okay, here we go. So, let's just see what happens with this zap. It does kill the digger, but crucially, Scarab and Scorpion stay alive with 1 HP each. And so what are we gonna do about that? Unfortunately, because of this blobbling, oh no, oh god, the blobbling, this creates a chain up to the mantis. So I can't just like do this and then have the mantis move. The mantis has to move first, so it's the same problem as last time, which is that the mantis ends up needing to get into position before I do the zap. And it's really annoying because if this Hornet had been here, I could have walked over and punched it, and then the zap would have killed it. But as it is, I can't, it doesn't do enough. The zap leaves the Hornet with 2 HP, so the tank push isn't going to be enough. It has to be a boulder to finish it off. Okay, so, man, we got a problem with this Scarab. It's just a really, really, really bad problem, because it survives the zap with 1 HP. And the mantis is useless. I mean, I can go up and hook the boss, but then there's still a freaking pylon here. Ah, God, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, what I could do is, I mean, if I do pull the Hornet up here, and it whacks this way, it blows up this pylon, and okay, the Scarab is a real problem, because the Scarab is blowing up too, which costs me the run. So how am I dealing with the Scarab? Well, I mean, I could do the zap, shoot a tank here, and then push the Scarab out of the way. And then oh my god, this is so obnoxious. The problem is that the Scorpion is actually an issue as well, because the Hornet is going to do this. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hold on. Okay, the lightning zap kills the blobling. So the mantis moves, it breaks the chain. Zap kills this blobling. Okay, so then this leader takes out a pylon. That sucks. And then we have the mantis pull the scorpion up to save this pylon. And then Bethany shoots a tank to babysit the scarab. The other option is, I mean, I could try to do a tank. I could get greedy, and I could try to, like, do a tank in such a way that it actually kills the scarab, but then that would require me to sacrifice the tank. I think I'd rather try to keep the tank around, if possible. So, God, is there really not a way to damage this scarab? No, because I can't stand on this square to shoot a boulder directly onto it. I could, like, go here, shoot a tank here, and then go here and do a push damage, but then I'm sacrificing the tank. So do I want to kill the scarab and sacrifice the tank, or leave the scarab at 1 HP? I think I want to leave the scarab at 1 HP. So, and be willing to get, and maybe have the chance of getting a tank in next turn that sticks around for the following turns. No, this doesn't actually work. Oh my gosh. Okay, the reason is I need Mantis to stay here. Oh, wait, there is another move. Okay, I was going to say I need the Mantis to stay here to be able to pull the Scorpion up to this square. But then Bethany can't go here. I mean, she could. She would just need to sacrifice her shield. But if I go here and I punch, I actually kill this Hornet and do a damage to the Scorpion. Oh, I do a damage to the Scorpion this way. Hold on. So now when I zap, it does this. Okay, that, I guess, actually is pretty good, because now I can use my tank to babysit the Scarab. Or, no, I still can't actually shoot it with a boulder. That's funny. Okay. Very well. So where do I want the tank to be? I want the tank to be in position, so let's try to do it like this. This is where damage on the tank would have been good. Alright, we'll see if it was a mistake. I could have lost this tank and killed the Scarab. Instead, I kept the tank and kept the Scarab. So, we'll see what that means for my chances. I can no longer take any grid damage. Okay, this is, all things considered, probably a good thing, because this crab is usually not too hard to deal with. Okay, the Scarab actually wasted its attack, and this is actually not even an alpha, which I am definitely not complaining about. Okay, well, let's see. There's an obvious move, which is to somebody, either the Mantis, or the Mantis goes up here and punches the Scarab, and the Scarab dies. I block a spawn. Then we can have the tank push the Hornet onto here. It goes before the Scarab, or the crab, which I call, this is a Scarab, but I call it a crab. Anyway, it goes here, it goes before the crab, kills it because it isn't an alpha, saves the game, blocks the spawn. I mean, that's got to be good. Let's just do this. All right, and then what? Well, it's a little awkward because I need to block spawns. But if I shoot a boulder here, I mean, it'll push the Hornet off, and also I lose the run because then the Scarab doesn't get killed. I mean, I could just have Bethany stand here. It's an option. Cash out her shield. She takes 0 damage because she has a shield, then she blocks the spawn, goes down to 1. I think I'm actually going to do that. The risk is that then, let me just triple check because I lose the run if I'm wrong. The risk to this is that, of course, the Scion shows up, and then it's a must-kill situation. But I think I'm fine with that because I've literally blocked all the spawns. Oh, I should have repaired. I missed an action. I hope that 1 HP doesn't cost me the run. So what we have this round is one more round of spawns, and there's going to be a butt ton of them. And then we just have this Hornet leader, who shockingly wasted its attack again. Okay, well, so what do we do about this? Unfortunately, well, no, Bethany can go here, shoot a boulder at it, kill it, and she then dies blocking the spawn, which is okay because it is the last spawn. But maybe a better option is she goes here and just blocks this spawn. I mean, either way, it's blocking a spawn. All right, then the Hornet doesn't die. But is there some way I can hit the Hornet? I mean, I could just walk up behind it and zap it. Then I'm not blocking the spawn. So do I care about blocking a new enemy or finishing off this one that has 1 HP? It may seem like, well, this is more dangerous because it can fly around, but it only has 1 HP. Whereas a new enemy could come out like a Scarab, could come out with 5 HP, and then I'm just toast. So I think I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this Hornet showed up and just wasted its attack this round. So I'm going to focus exclusively on blocking spawns. That means on the final turn, it's just going to be this 1 HP leader and 2 enemies. And I just hope, there's nothing I can do with this, I just hope I can deal with whatever these 3 enemies do. That's what it is. Okay, the charger, not the worst thing in the world, and another charger. I mean, as far as luck goes, that's about as good as I can hope for. The Hornet leader wastes its attack again, and one of the chargers also wastes its attack. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I actually won this run. Now, am I willing to sacrifice poor Bethany? I'm afraid so. I just want to win. I just want to win. Well, okay, so fine. Let's not be completely heartless here. So we can do this. And now Bethany shoots a rock here. It kills the charger, which saves her own life and pushes the other one into the lava. And oh my god! I am so relieved. That was down to the wire. There's no enemies. There's no Scion killing the bomb. There's nothing killing anything. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. If you want to stick around for the final stuff, we can. But you don't have to. The video is officially over. Thank you, Mantis, for your service. You were a real G. Blitzkrieg is not one of my favorite squads from the original game. So I am extremely happy to have that out of the way. Saved 19,314 lives. I don't actually remember how good that is, but let's continue. So we actually have a very logical continuation from here. There's no other squad, I don't think, that I was planning to use the Mantis for. I don't think there is one. Oh, man, you know, if there is one, I'm going to feel really stupid for dumping him here. But I am about 90% sure that there isn't one. So we're going to grab Abe. This isn't the greatest set of abilities, unfortunately. Opener's like, and 2 mech HP is also like, but we do need Abe for 2 of the squads. So of the 2 squads, one of them is one of my least favorites, and one of them is one of my favorites. One of my least favorites is Zenith Guard. This is the squad that has this stupid charge mech that self-damages, so you have to play with Abe. And the defense mech is just not very good. And the laser mech, it's cool that it does 3 damage, but it doesn't bend. This is just like, I think, strictly worse than the bendy laser. And it's really awkward because you can't bend. Not only does it mean that it's harder to hit enemies, but it also means that you have a harder time not like killing your own stuff. Plus 3 damage doesn't even kill all things, like almost any alphas, and you only get +1 damage for it, and you have to pay 3 power cores. I really just don't like this squad. I don't like anything about this squad. It's just all bad. This mech should have come with armor, but anyways, the other squad I actually like, and that's the one we're going to do, and that is the Hazardous Mechs, one of my favorite squads ever. So always, of course, the challenge is, do you put Abe in the Leap mech, or do you put Abe in the Unstable mech? And I guess one kind of cool thing about Abe here is the fact that he has extra HP, and with Opener, it's a little bit of a combo because he does extra damage on the first round, which means the self-damage is also extra. So the fact that he has 2 HP to make up for it is actually pretty good. Yeah, I actually can never remember which of these 2 mechs, the Leap one who self-damages or the Unstable Brute who self-damages, that I put Abe on Let's Do It on the Elite Mech. So that's going to be the next run. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.